Welcome to Bottom Line Sports Talk. I'm George Abram. You know my partner, Al Campman. Combining the teams. I think it's, we were talking on the radio, I think it's just a sign of the times, the fewer numbers. The other day, my buddy says to me, he says, I'm running a camp up at Edinburgh, competition camp. He says, I called, won't say the school, he said they only have 8 players. I said, not just there.
This is football or basketball?
This was basketball.
That was basketball.
The football is, we know. Remember Timmy O'Malley saying
yes.
How many junior high schedules he mailed out? He used to mail out 87. Yep. He mailed out 12.
Yeah. Major change to start our show off. It leads to Chalker. So the Chalker Wildcats football team is in jeopardy with all their low numbers, maybe not even having a team.
Mm-hmm.
Who would think you live in a school district and a kid growing up at a young age and not sure if you have it. They have 17 right now.
Can't do it.
I've seen teams with 19 do it. I don't know how they did it.
Garbage cans.
Yes.
Garbage cans for players.
You're right. That's how they did it.
We used to, when I was in junior high, we'd have half-line scrimmage. You know, you can't.
Right.
I mean, here's the thing. The problem is, and Butler's faced this. Butler's just trying to climb out of that hole, but they're 6A. The trouble is, if you drop it,
it's hard to get it back.
Getting it back.
I know it is.
That's the problem.
But it's for safety purposes.
Oh, yeah.
You know, you have 17 kids, and I've talked to 2 coaches that have been in similar situations. They will tell you that 9 of those kids are legitimately
I know what you mean.
Football players.
Can't put them in. The other, you can't.
Those other 8,
they get hurt. No.
He's scared to play them.
No.
They're 5'6",
No, they
160,
get,
40
no,
pounds.
They get broken. I remember.
They love competing.
I have one memory. That stud down at Hopewell's running a kickoff back. And someone put this little 9th grader on the kickoff team. Russell Shell, remember?
Yeah, I know.
He stiff-armed him, Albert.
Into the fence?
Well, the kid's head hit the ground. I mean, he never got
Yes.
his hands up. See, now that's dangerous.
I know, and that's what they worry about when you have numbers like this. And who's on the line with this athletic director? Because the football coach wants to play.
Absolutely.
You know, he'll want to play with 11. But the athletic director, and that's Jim Wolke at Chalker, saying, I don't know what we're going to do. We're going to wait as long as we can, wait till July. So it's up to the other boys in the school, up to the parents, grandparents, whatever, to talk as many kids as you can into coming out there.
But here's the thing. That's right. But I keep thinking, you haven't been lifting weights.
Oh, I know.
You haven't strengthened your neck.
I
You haven't
know.
done the things that
Needed.
And then
For
you
safety
walk
purposes.
out there the first day. You don't know where the hits are coming from,
Right.
and
It's the truth. So
now you're not going back.
You're in a bad place with this. That's
Yeah,
right.
I
So
feel bad for him.
for some other schools, we're talking about, George mentioned that in junior highs, they're combining classes to have enough players. We would love to hear from you fans out there that have an idea of what to do for this epidemic of safety precautions and not enough players, because George and I have struggled with it. We have a real struggle with it. We don't have a struggle with Ohio State championships, though. No. They're returning to Canton for the first time. They signed a 3-year deal. I coached at the Canton Hall of Fame village there, and what a place it is. Canton, Massillon, and Ohio State have been carrying the load for the last 30 years. And I remember when it started in Canton in 1990, and they're bringing it back. The kids will like that a lot. We know that the playoffs are being expanded. Lots of changes happening in college football and in local Ohio football, George. That's very interesting. We also have a camp that's going on at YSU. I couldn't believe the numbers. 700 campers. 700 campers. A different kind of camp. I've never seen a camp with Coach Allen from Indiana coming in, Coach Fleck from Minnesota coming in, and Coach Fickle coming in from Cincinnati. This is a different kind of camp. We'll try to get Coach Phillips on our show. I'd be very interested to talk about how and when and why, how's this worked out with this camp, George. I've never seen camps with big-time college coaches coming in. Usually they run their own camp.
Because they're fighting with each other for players.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. That's why I don't understand that.
I mean, I know Coach had a relationship with the Indiana there. But,
oh, yeah, he does.
You know,
he has to.
No, but as you say, the numbers that's staggering.
It is, 700. They have to really work on organizational skills, that's for sure. We also have Colin Floyd from YSU, Major League Draft coming up. Let's go hope he gets an opportunity on July 11th to hear his name called. He's now pitching from Mahoney Valley. he was a stalwart at YSU, leading the Horizon League in wins and starts and ERA. Good luck to.
Yeah, I mean, his strikeouts say he's okay. In 14 innings, 14 and 10 and a half years.
Yeah, you need to be more than one strike. One
to get that
strikeout. Yes.
ERA down.
Yeah, but he has a chance, and if you get an opportunity, you never know. You get your foot in the door. I've seen many 37th round draft choices make it, and I've seen a lot of first rounders.
There's a kid from Mars right now, relieving from Pittsburgh.
Mark Bednar, yes,
and he's doing a nice job, and
no question.
you just like you say. Then when you get your chance, you got to produce.
Yeah.
But once again, you said this on here 15 years ago. Don't mess up when you get your chance.
Yeah.
In other words, you're not getting 5 chances if you were drafting.
Yep.
You're drafting the first round. You'll
Catch
get
their
more than
eye.
one chance.
Yeah, catch their eye if you're getting into free agent or low drafts.
Yep.
Catch their eye and then continue to catch their eye. Keep getting men out, and all of a sudden you find yourself, hey, what's this kid doing?
That's what this Bednar did. He went to. I don't think they had a dream in spring training. He was striking everybody out.
Yeah, just kept getting.
Well, let's get him. Let's
look at the next game. Oh, he strikes out more.
Yeah.
Yeah, listen. And once you get your taste of the Major League Baseball, you never want to lose that. You're like driven in a dream. You're living in a dream world.
That's another
compared
thing.
to minor leagues.
I'm talking about Clement, and he's a Butler. He used to. Right after I left, he was a player there, and he pitched in the majors.
You watch the pitch in the gym right next to you.
Absolutely.
You hear that? You hear that?
No, that explosion.
Yes.
I'd be ducking. He was up above in the auxiliary gym.
Right.
You hear that pop.
Right.
And you
Sounds a little
knew it was him. You didn't have to. What about the high school kids was pitching?
Right.
It was him. But anyhow, he says the toughest thing about giving up the major leagues was the lifestyle.
Oh, it is.
You don't pack your own bag. You don't walk through the airport. You don't do a thing.
Yeah, you get food that you're not used to. When you're stopping at Wendy's in minor leagues and
No Wendy's.
Hardee's,
No Wendy's.
no, you're getting what you want.
No Wendy's except Rick Russell.
Yeah,
he would take the meal money. He would eat at Burger King and bank the meal money. Oh, place like New York, the per diem's ridiculous.
Yeah, I know. Well, that's a good point. That growing up, George and I remember, we're too old timers, we admit it.
Yeah.
These major leagues would get jobs in the off season.
Yeah,
I know you don't believe that for young fans.
they're selling sporting goods.
They would get a job today in today's world.
One contract.
You sign one contract, you're good for life, and that's the truth.
And it's all the Cammons. It's not just you.
no.
It's
Down
your
the
kids'
generation,
kids.
right.
Yeah, like Philadelphia. I'm going to get after them in a minute.
Oh,
but
yes.
You got 3 max players. You guys are making $37, $40 million. Now, you realize $30 million. 1 year. They're getting 5 years, 170.
I can't imagine it. No, I really can't.
And you know what my biggest thing is, too, about that? Staying hungry. I know it sounds easy.
The great ones do.
I know. Like Colin McGregor's fighting again next week.
The great ones do.
He made $89 million last year, and I have to tell you, he's getting knocked out. Because I know he's not.
You said 89 million?
Yeah. He sold that liquor company, too. He owned that Proper 12 liquor.
My wife would be falling out of her seat right now.
Yeah.
She'll say, listen, like I told you, I thought bacon,
they're making a lot of money, $500,000 an episode.
$500,000 an episode, yes.
That's
Costner, it was Costner, Kevin Costner.
Yeah.
And you looked at me and said, that's chump change.
Those guys in Cheers and Friends, they were making like $2 million an episode.
That's what I said.
Yeah.
So this money is so outrageous today.
Yeah, you need one contract.
So when you get into that major, you make the major, and you get that pension too.
Yeah, get in there, buddy.
You get a pension and
that's another thing nobody mentions. Tebow's very close to his pension.
Mm-hmm. I think everybody knows that. They're buddies. They're
Absolutely.
buddies.
Absolutely. Let's talk about NBA. Now, I don't want to brag, but I'm going to. I was on Doc Rivers' case years ago when everyone gave him passes, 3-1 leads. He hasn't won a closeout game. At some point, something has to fall at his feet.
Your boy Doc.
Now, Atlanta, Milwaukee, what do you want to say? Another way. The thing is, I thought Philly for sure. I'm looking the other night at Milwaukee, and I'm thinking, they're good, but Embiid's going to go, and now I'm looking at the other way, and I'm saying, who's covering the freak for Atlanta?
Don't forget they had a 26-point lead.
Yeah, twice.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And an 18-point lead.
Yeah.
So I mean, I don't think anybody's picking Atlanta. I mean, if you know something more than me.
You think the freak will have his way ridiculous?
Well, I don't know because they can foul him.
Did you him airball there?
And Capella's not just a guy goes right through.
The one thing they have though, they have two guys that I think people underestimate. They have a couple guys that score that I'm not sure everyone realizes.
Milwaukee or
Atlanta, Bogdanovich, and I think people look at them and they underestimate them.
I got you.
But as far as winning four, I want to know who's covering the freak.
Yeah, well, I don't think anybody covers them, so it doesn't
No,
make a difference.
yeah. But it is the difference when he gets 35 and 50.
I don't think he can score 50.
He can score 35.
He can score 35. Oh, no, he'll get 35. He'll get 35 for sure.
Because he can't shoot foul shots.
No, he can't shoot a lick.
Hey, look, that we got to attack that. The theme of the day. I watched Ben Simmons with a 2-footer at 6'11" flip it. At that point, he can't play again.
That's sad. And Embiid knows it. He says, he can't. When you say it out loud,
yeah,
and say how you can't. The game's turned on one play. The guy didn't dunk the ball.
Turned on one play.
It's almost an impossibility in today's world in high school to play with a guy that you don't have to guard. That you can play 5-on-4.
No, even high school, usually you let them open.
Yeah, you'll say, okay, you'll play 5-on-4.
Yeah.
In the pros,
No.
You got to give Philadelphia credit that they made it that far now that you see how limited.
Now, let me ask you, because you and I have a philosophy on Sidney Crosby and hockey. When they're coming in for the night, they were in Toronto last night, Thursday night they're in Detroit.
Same thing with high school. Call it. Pros.
He's not getting that.
Same thing in pros.
But when it's 7 days, night after night, I know you're deodorant.
Yeah, no question. And they have figured out right away after game one. There's one way we're going to win this game. Don't guard him. Don't guard him at all. We have bad matchups for game one. We're not matching up there anymore.
No.
And they don't care if he gets 38 assists.
No.
If you can't score 2 points.
And you know what, too? It appears that the young Curry figured it out a little late, but he's pretty good.
Oh, no, he's made shots.
But he needs.
Oh, no. Yeah, no question.
He doesn't.
Can't get himself.
No.
He's not a guy. But that's okay if you make shots.
Yeah.
But Harris killed New Nets.
No.
You put the whammy on him, by the way. You know that.
I did put the whammy on. I get on Twitter. I said, watch this Joe Harris. I said, he's the dude.
Yes.
And up until then.
Ever since then.
No, you make a shot.
He couldn't make a shot.
2 for 12. 1 for 9.
No, every game. And he doesn't take any bad shots.
No, he had one the other night, point blank, and I said, when he missed it, I said, he's done mentally.
Yeah, and that's what happened too, George.
Right.
I think it became a mental thing.
We've seen it.
Yeah, that's no question. But the NBA is interesting. George hit this one. I just got on George about Joe Harris. Now I'm going to give him one he hit a long time ago. He sat here and said, do you think it's going to come back and bite the Nets and that they did not play for home court?
Didn't practice, didn't play.
And so here it is. They don't, they don't care about it. So who do they end up playing then? They play Milwaukee instead of
Absolutely.
Atlanta and New York.
Yeah.
That's what they should have been playing.
Absolutely.
So they come back and gone. They played a tougher team, and Milwaukee got through it. And so it comes back to haunt you when you don't. But
and how about this too? That shot he made. This much of his toe was on the line.
Yeah, I know.
That game's over. They were so desperate at the end of that game. Harden, who will take any, he was literally dribbling up and putting it in KD's arm.
No,
he did not want to deal with it.
No, he wasn't. He wasn't.
No,
Shouldn't have been out there.
No.
See, I have a firm philosophy on that. I'll take a healthy pro.
Yeah, because you said the optimum word, pro.
He's a pro.
It's not like high school.
No.
Where you got this star, we got to get it.
Not high school. High school, I'll take a hurt 6'7" kid over a little 5'10" goal.
No, I agree.
But
we're right on.
These guys are pros, and Harden's playing non-existent out there. I think a little differently. He should have been on the bench.
Something else bothered me. He's going to the Olympics.
Now, why is he doing that?
Now, if he's
hurt.
hurt.
Stupid? He's either hurt or he ain't hurt.
How easy is that? How simple is that?
Yeah, as we tell our first day of track season, we're going to say,
you're hurt or you're not.
You're going to be in pain. Now, don't consider pain an injury.
Yeah.
It just goes with the job. Mm-hmm. So I'm figuring he's hurt, but he can't be that hurt or he won't go there.
Now, let's take a minute on Philly, then we'll go to the Clippers. Young's going to cause problems. I mean, he just has that game that what he does do that I like. When he was at Oklahoma, I thought he was Buddy Hield.
Right.
He's a point guard.
Yeah, he is a point guard. But I'll say this, George, it really backed my big theory on stats. Yesterday, they put up his stats. He had 23 points and 11 assists. He was 4.
Oh, no.
No. That's proof that stats mean nothing.
He was 2.
He was pathetic.
He was 1 for 12 at half.
He was pathetic, and they're writing like he had a good game.
Yeah.
Peaked.
Yeah.
He was,
missed everything. He was 1 for 12 at half.
They wrote the thing.
I know.
Young led the attack with
Because
21.
they look at numbers.
He has the ball every play, so he had help with that number.
He does have
He was
numbers.
so. That's another thing Philadelphia was embarrassed.
Yeah.
He was so bad.
he wasn't good.
And they still won the game.
No.
If your best player is 4 for 23 or something,
You shouldn't win.
You shouldn't lose the game. No, that's right.
Now let's look at Phoenix.
How about Embiid? He's still on your hit list.
Yeah. only the
See,
spin
is he
dribble
growing,
and
is he growing a little bit on
the
for you? or
spin
not?
dribble in the half court.
Okay.
Is just inexcusable. But one more thing, I'm going to give him a pass.
That's what I was asking that.
Nobody else does anything.
No.
No, when the game comes out in the last 3 minutes, I'm there. Oh, he's hogging the ball again. But I look, Curry's in the
hiding.
corner.
Oh,
The
they're
other
hiding.
guy's got a mask on, literally.
That's why I
Simmons,
asked
he
that.
got those hands
That's
up
why I
there.
asked that.
He has those scissor hands. He can't shoot. You know that
This one or
whoever
this one?
yanked that spoon out of his hand, Young caught.
He can't decide which hand he is.
No, but I saw him the other night throw this bullet, whip around 30-foot pass. I think he's a
can do
lefty.
that. He can do that.
Yeah, I think he's from that pass. Now let's look at the other series. Looks long. If they don't have Kawhi and they don't have Chris Paul, I think they'll both. I think Chris Paul will be back sooner. You know how Kawhi is. He's not playing if he's hurt.
Yeah, no, he won't do it.
No,
that means he's really hurt, though.
Yeah,
I'll
I
say
would
that.
think so.
I think he's hurt.
Looks like a long series to me. Game 1, Phoenix was rested, and boy, there was a crucial play. Sideline out, 2-point game. You know, everybody runs to the backcourt. Guy took a step and went to the rim. Dunk, game over, 4 points.
Nice play.
Yeah,
I saw it. It was their best player too.
Yeah, he went to the basket.
Yes.
Oh no, no. Now I get a free shot at Calipari. He didn't
You
start.
don't take those free shots.
Oh, Calipari. I was waiting for. He didn't start.
I think he might be top 3 on your list.
Cal.
Think?
Yeah.
I think.
Hey, he didn't start.
George is ex many a guy.
But I'm going to get him now. He didn't start. Your buddy Billy
that.
Dungy
He
wrote me
didn't
a thing. He goes, Coach, he goes, watch the old game. He named a game years ago where he brought him all the way back. Then
Booker
he took
did?
him out again. Cal.
I got you. No, there ain't no famous. On our radio show, we said Booker would be the best player in the draft.
Yeah.
The only one close to him is Towns.
No,
He
you
played
were.
at the same
No,
school.
you
I
were.
think he played at Kentucky.
They lost to Robert Morris. That's going to be on my grave. Like when I
They
go,
lost
that's
to
they
Robert
lost to
Morris.
Robert
I
Morris
know.
because they don't have a. Poor Robert Morris kids are eating Chick-fil-A
They're saying
takeout.
right now, we beat those two guys.
Yeah, they're eating Chick-fil-A takeout, and they're in the Wildcat Lodge eating steak.
I know.
I mean, it's not even close.
It's the
Okay,
truth.
we got to give this dude his due because I've been over him over the years. Playoff P, Paul
yeah,
George.
give him credit.
What
Playing
did he?
great.
Would he give
Making
this some
shots.
vitamin water? or
Making
something?
shots. When you make shots, boy, you look so much better. And he's making shots, no question about it. Hitting 2s and 3s, playing fantastic.
6'9" too, by the way.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
See, I look at him and
they're all huge.
I'm looking at him about 6'5", 6'6". and I look. But the best part is Steve Nash on the sideline looking like someone's grandpa.
Looks like me.
He's 6'3".
Yeah, he looks like me. He does. He looks like
No,
me.
he looks
He'd be-
literally-
He'd be 8 inches over me.
He
would be.
He's 6'3".
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying.
It's ridiculous. But anyhow, Clippers, doesn't matter. You can't rewrite history. They're second banana in L.A. regardless.
Never change.
Minneapolis
No, I don't care what they
Lakers.
do. Never change.
Doesn't matter if it changes.
The Lakers are the Lakers. I mean,
Okay.
that will never change for sure.
Major League Baseball, Monday's the day. The crackdown on cheating day. Basically, Cole got up there, Glasnow got up there and said basically this. They've encouraged us to cheat forever. What do we do now?
Yeah. Our arm's hurt.
What's
We're
going
not
on?
used to throwing without anything on the ball. Yeah, it's
What's coming?
well, I got to admit, I did not know that. Like all my reading, I always blame the hitters. I was always all over like them swinging from the hills, and so when you're swinging from the hills like a maniac, and you can face 95 plus, you can make the ball move like a wiffle ball. I have a feeling.
Yeah, you ever see that one on TV? They sell it. That one, I'm thinking,
That'd be hard to hit. It would be hard.
at 95, you don't get a lot of.
Not a
Time.
lot of time to make the adjustment. But I'll say in the month of June, when they started to crack down, averages are up, way up, home runs are up,
you
so
think
it's already happening.
Let's talk about it.
The hitting should
It's a
happen.
mix of pine tar and sunscreen and rosin.
Yeah, they figured it out.
Well, they must have had some
They
little
must
dude
have
in the
it back here. I
laboratory.
think they have it back here.
Yeah, I
They
would
usually-
think
that's
this
the guys
is
who
where
do
I
this all the
at.
time. They
This is where
constantly
I
do
at.
that. They
Because they got their pitching
constantly
card
do
in
that.
their hat. Hey, they have their pitching card in their
I know
hat.
that. And hitting cards.
Jesus.
They all have cards now.
Oh, they got cards, all right. Oh, yeah, great play yesterday. You'd have loved this. I listen to the radio. Like I would be okay in the Pioneer days if I had the radio.
Oh, you're tremendous with the radio.
But
No one is better than you.
yesterday, so I'm listening. And the Pirate, I like Major League Baseball chat on it because you learn something. Whether it's Smoltzy or Pedro, you're going to learn something. Bob Walkie tells stories. But okay, but I'm listening to the stories. He's talking. And he goes, so every once in a while, he tries to be an analyst, and he really shouldn't.
Okay.
So it's 3-1 count. They're behind. Kids having trouble. He goes, he'll be taken here unless it strike 2. Swing it. I mean, he didn't have it out of his mouth. Then the guy chased ball 4.
Why would he even say that?
Because there's no takes.
There's no takes on the pros today. There's none. I don't care what the score is.
If it is, they don't know it. Put it down. Do you agree to
They're
that?
not listening.
No. Now, here's the component of that I don't get. If they're fined, if they're suspended, rather, they're paid. So 5 days, you lose 1 turn.
That's like a kid in school
Yeah.
who would hope. A kid who hate in school.
Gets thrown out.
He hope he gets thrown out.
But you get an A anyway. Oh, there. Where do I go?
Mom, I'm coming home for 4 days.
Yeah.
And I don't have to make the workout.
No. God, boy, I'm telling you, this Manford, his legacy, he's going to have to clean it up.
Yeah, it's a struggle.
He's going to have to
But
clean it up.
I'll say this, it's a struggle, but I don't know what I would do with baseball either. I don't know what I would
No, that's
do.
like Goodell. Someone said the
I
other
wish
day,
there was an answer.
a guy got arrested the other day, and someone said something to me. I said, I think he does the best he can.
You think he's going to chase him
He's
around
got
all season?
1,600. How many of those guys are thugs out of this?
Other guys are listening. There ain't 2.
You think
There
300
ain't 2
or more?
listening.
I saw Burfict the other day at the airport squealing like a pig.
Perfect.
No, you had to see him.
You know
They
he's
had-
out of his mind.
Yeah, they had him on the floor.
He's out of his mind.
No, wait a minute. He's doing they had him on the floor, handcuffed, and he was screaming, "I can't breathe." He was handcuffed. He was he was
He's out of his mind.
screaming, and they said, like,
He's out of his mind.
because they've made him get help before. He was
he needs
suspended
help.
for
He
a whole.
needs help.
He's only 30
He
now.
needs help. Yeah, but he's 30 going on 6.
As far as
I mean, he's out of his head.
Now,
mind.
let me throw this. I have a off-the-wall scenario. I heard Boros say this. He has all the big guys, Cole, all the heavy hitters.
All the big-time baseball hitters.
Yeah, heavy hitters, not hitters. Maybe
Pitchers
but
and
money-wise.
hitters.
He says what MLB is doing is pitting the hitters versus the pitchers because there's a contract coming. They want to split the union.
They're not dummies. They'll try it. They're no dummies.
I mean, I won't say nah.
No, they're not dummies.
Would
They'll
you
try-
say
they'll-
now?
They'll try anything, right? They'll try anything.
Oh, by the way, Tawny, I think the fact his games are late, people don't see them.
Right.
He's
having a sensational
doing
year.
some crazy stuff.
no, he's having a sensational
And he's in the home run derby. And he's the first Japanese born.
Gets a good pitcher, he's going to win it.
Can he slug him?
He goes a mile. Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
I always watch those home derby, and I always say, look, the first round of the pitchers, and then I take whoever in the second round. I see how good the pitcher is. If he puts that ball in sweet spot over and over.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, if he's taking too many pitches.
Oh no, you hate that.
No, let's talk about one more year of football in the NCAA of a 4-team, and then they're going to go to the 12.
Yeah.
I thought do 16 and be done with it, but they didn't ask me.
Yeah, they're going 12 for sure. And Notre Dame and the SEC had a lot to do with that. The SEC especially. See, the SEC was,
How many of the 12? They're not going to have 4.
they want 3 at least. And see, they couldn't get 3
They had
in
2 out of 4.
In the 4 and the 8.
got-
They couldn't get 3 all the time.
So you think they're
But
getting
in 12, they're
three
getting
out of
3. They're getting 3 out of the 12.
12? See,
No one held out longer. Is his name Delaney? I think he's the president. Whoever the commissioner of the SEC is.
Swartic, I think. No, that's Notre Dame.
I'm blank on it.
Yeah, there's a new one, yeah.
But he held out. They
Yeah.
said he's the one who held out. I said, wait a minute.
Yeah.
I don't like what's going on here. We're only going to get 2.
Yeah.
Because they know they have 3 of the top 12 teams
and
every
they
year.
do.
They have 3 of the top
And they
12 teams
do.
every year.
This Neil thing's coming in July, name, image, likeness. I'm not sure they know what they're doing.
You know what's happened right now, George? I just heard it today. And it's amazing. They now have included any travel overseas. They now have included any computers, any graduate class, anything now they have to pay for. They said the coaches don't know what to do again. What do we do when a kid says, I'm going to miss practice?
Yeah.
I'm going over to Italy. What do you say? Because you can't stop them because it's for their money.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, this is crazy.
have no idea what's
They've
coming.
opened up a can of worms.
Now, the NCAA baseball, playoffs are underway.
I like baseball.
It's
I like it.
so different from the girls. I just want to take a minute. We both love the girls' softball, but the same girl pitches every game.
Yes.
Quite the contrary to baseball. You better have I'm going to use the word staff.
You better. And the teams that there are are offensive minded this year. The 8 there are probably the best hitting teams that come in again.
I saw what today Stanford was playing. They had 12 or 13. Everybody had a hit but one guy.
Yeah, there's better hitting teams in this one. And Vanderbilt has the 2 best pitchers, but it's not 2 best.
Look like they're worn out too.
It's not the 2 best.
Hey, they look like they're worn out a little bit.
You have the 10 best. Because if you get in that loser's bracket,
Yeah.
you're playing over.
How about the games at Omaha? Big deal, big.
Oh,
You know they're starting to
big
make money
crowds.
in girls softball and boys baseball in college. They're second. They're moving up.
And you can tell they're on TV a lot, and big crowds. I didn't realize that in Omaha, where it's held, the weather was 108 degrees. I thought that was Florida, and I didn't know Nebraska got that hot too. I had no
Let me tell
idea.
you, I'm going to tell you what gets hot too. I've read stories about Oklahoma in summer football.
Oh, I
They
can
said you
imagine
can
that
see
one.
the heat coming
I can
off the
imagine
pavement.
that one, yes.
They said it's
I can.
It's
I can imagine that
abusive.
one. Uh-huh.
NCAA hoops. So the portal, we're not going to know. I think after they see it one year, they're going to
Well,
realize.
what I do know about the portal is there's guys that being stuck right now.
Oh,
They're
yeah.
talking to their mom and dads right now
Yeah.
saying, Dad, Mom,
Yep.
no one's coming after me.
No. And when I say, like, I had lunch with one of your buddies the other day, and I said, Pitt, we figure, is going to have to thrive. They don't have time to rebuild.
Right.
And I said, but when I see they got a guy from Stony Brook,
That's what they have to go
and
to.
they got a guy from, and I'm thinking,
can't win an ACC
can you
doing
beat
that.
Duke?
You can't win an
North
ACC.
Carolina?
You can't win.
Louisville?
No
Virginia?
chance. None.
None. We agree
I
on
know,
that.
none.
We agree on that. Krzyzewski 1 year, old Roy out. I don't think it's a coincidence.
There'll be some more coming. I think Huggins will be coming soon.
Let's go. Boeheim says, I need a third one. He goes, they say things coming 3, and I'm not ready to quit.
Well, the reason why is that I told you.
He always coaches kids.
Yeah, his kids are there.
Oh,
If his
no.
kids were there, he'd be out.
Do you really think
believe-
so?
Yeah, I do think so. Yes, I do.
Rumor Cal wants to go to Boston. If I'm Kentucky, I pack him up. I get
You're
some.
right.
No, I didn't. I said, that thing where they go junk and it's gone.
Yeah.
I send one of those trucks. I send over some U-Hauls, whatever he needs to get out.
You know what's interesting? The Kentucky fans said they pay more for his contract.
Oh, I know.
To get
No,
it.
that's what he's doing.
They love.
That's why he's doing
getting
it.
that.
That's why. Yeah, I know what he's doing.
Leverage. That was
No,
called
that's
leverage.
his agent put that out. They'll hire Becky Hammond before
Leverage,
they'll hire
leverage.
him. I got some miscellaneous. We got a couple of minutes. How bad must Brad Stevens have hated Kemba Walker? He was in
Totally.
the office 30 seconds and traded him.
Yeah.
What's that tell you?
That tells you he put up with it for this year completely.
Absolutely.
We've had to deal with that in high school, but in high school you got to deal with it. As soon as he got that job and said, I can get rid of him,
Boom.
gone.
Another thing. Aaron Rodgers.
See, they still talking about him.
He's a decent cat. He's a different cat.
They still talking about him.
You think he'll play for Green Bay?
I think they're going to make him play for Green Bay.
No,
I think Green
or
Bay's,
he's not playing.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I think
Green
Bay's
Bay's saying, you're not going to the Raiders.
We're not going to let you bully us.
No.
That's what I think's happening.
Hey, you know what the problem is? You and I have seen to do behind
Yeah,
it.
Love's not real good.
Arizona State, your buddy. I hate to bring this up.
It's what's the name? It's
The assistant.
yeah, the
That's
assistant
what
did
they're
it.
saying.
And I know that.
But could he be that oblivious? 50 guys are running through the facility. They're timing them. They're watching the film and comparing them.
No, I don't think I'm not giving the head coach
A pass.
Pass.
No.
But I know that the guys think he's in the pros.
Oh, no, he's a bad guy, too.
Yeah, and he's coaching. He thinks he's coaching pros.
I know he is.
Yep.
I know he is.
Yep.
How about this? They weren't even smart enough to shut the security cameras.
I know.
The NCAA walked in and said, "Oh, here."
That was easy.
Oh, thank you.
That was easy.
We'll get back to you. We'll get back to
Yeah,
you.
that Pac-12 is always in trouble. You got Arizona in basketball.
Yeah.
You got Arizona State now in football. There's always something going on out there.
And still, the most exciting event in sports. Tie hockey game in overtime.
Oh, it is.
Is
Never
there
will change.
anything
Never will
like
change.
that?
John, and now the fans are coming back, so it gets really loud. That's when it's really exciting that they were all in.
20 seconds. Bo Schembechler's son says he was abused at Michigan.
Oh, my.
Bo did nothing
This
about
gotta
it.
come out in the open.
Something's got to happen.
It's going to happen, yeah.
Thanks again for watching Bottom Line Sports Talk. See you next week.